We're looking at S&P 500 and mini futures. Time frame is 2000 tick chart. I have supportive indicator on my chart, 21 bar exponential moving average, this blue line, but it's a supportive indicator only. And as a price action trader, my goal is to identify what is the pattern, what is the bias. The bias is clearly bearish, and since we moved quite far down, I'm looking for a possible wider downtrend, which has not been confirmed just yet because I only have 2 swing confirmation, but this will allow me to read the bias correctly, and it will allow me to predetermine a possible key entry point where prices may bounce. So at this point on, market will open in 1 minute and the bias is bearish. So we have a confirmation of the wider downtrend, but right now we broke the channel. This uptrend created a break and a new extreme. So you can see I'm drawing these channels not only for the main bias, but also for the short-term corrections, because I need to follow the trend line rule even for the correction. So I know when the bullish correction played out. And at this point on, I expect for prices to pull back below EMA and offer me a high probability setup, felt second entry long or possibly second entry short after you push below EMA. But this short-term uptrend just as a break new high, so I'm not particularly looking to take a long setup. All right, traders, I'm preparing my limit order as I'm going to take felt second entry long using engulfing entry.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go for 8 tick target profit. I'm going to move my runner at these lows, and we have new high, first entry long, push below EMA confirming the bearish bias, second entry long failure. We ticked higher, instantly reverse down, indicating to me a possible felt second entry long. It's confirming the channel, it's below EMA. The bigger downtrend needs to get new extreme. We even trigger below, so you can enter after you get a trigger below this bearish bar and then drop your limit order a little bit further back down. New high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long, failure. Below EMA, below the channel. Downtrend is new low, overall bias is bearish, and uptrend played out with the break. Move to a new high. Come on, we need a couple more ticks. We bounced off my exit order, but it's not enough, and we finally pushed through. Alright, so I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. Our runner is just a bonus, and you guys can see this is why I'm keeping my stop loss 1 tick above the single bar, because I'm using the price action structure to help me protect my stop. So this was our first trade for the day. And once again, overall bias remains bearish. Uptrend played out with the break, move to a new high, second leg to a new high, push below EMA confirming the bearish momentum, new high, first entry long, push below EMA, second entry long, failure. So this is indicating to me that we have a reversal pattern, uptrend played out, and I'm following the overall main bearish bias. Alright, traders, so I'm going to tighten my runner 1 tick above this signal bar because I want to lock in 6 points that we already made in case market will reverse on us. And this is how I like to handle the runner. This is how I like to trail it. You can see we're pushing lower, so we are at 11 points. We can still reverse higher. So each new swing, I'm going to trail it tighter and tighter. And this is very tempting to tighten it already. We are at 14 points. We may have possible wider downtrend like this too, because right now we expect a new low for this main channel. Sometimes the short-term channel starts from the low high here, but it served its purpose because it allowed me to see that the bulls got trapped once we were pushing below EMA. Right, traders, so I resumed the video as I trailed my runner below this swing right here, and you can see now we have a strong reversal up, and this allowed me to squeeze as much as I can out of this runner without risking giving back a lot of profit. So this is how I like to manage the runner. If I enter at the highs, I expect new low, but you never know how deep the correction is going to be. So for that reason, I trail it 1 tick above each swing, and I managed to squeeze like 12 points out of this. I still expect new low though. Alright, so it seems that right now I have to be waiting for quite some time because downtrend created new extreme. All downtrends in fact creating new extremes. So according to rules, we expect correction or possible reversal. I'm not too keen on jumping on longs too quickly because we had quite a decent bearish bias. So I'm just expecting for prices to slow down, correct a little bit, and then I will see if I can see some resumption of the downtrend or possible reversal. But right now it is too early for me to go long just yet. Alright, traders, I'm resuming the video as we had a decent setup. We had new low formed, first entry short pullback, second entry short failure. Now why this was a decent setup? Because downtrend had to break new low. There was a short-term uptrend with the break new high, but you're not looking for longs too quickly in overall bearish bias. But notice This larger two-legged pullback didn't make it to the support, which is indicating depletion of the bearish momentum after new low was formed. And remember, new low was formed, so the stronger bullish correction may happen, buyers may jump into the market. So you have first leg down, pullback, second leg down, and this massive push above EMA confirmed the overall bullish bias. I didn't really take it because I wanted to see it to be also a second entry long. I was expecting first setup to form a little bit lower, as it would be also first entry short, second entry short failure, and a new high, first entry long, second entry long, but I should have supposed to take it. I was a little bit too cautious here. It's such a nice signal bar. I'm just waiting here for another setup, nothing I can do now. After the reversal, there was a strong bullish rally, but prices never formed a two-legged pullback, second entry long, a high probability setup that would allow me to capitalize on the rally that we had. Right now I can see that I have a break, new extreme, indicating to me that this uptrend played out, and prices are pushing back into this trend range at this point on. Pretty much nothing else for me to do. There is no high probability setup, so I'm just waiting, watching price action go. If there is no setup, I'm not forcing it. And right here, there is no setup. The last high probability setup was right here. Other than that, I'm just sitting here and waiting here for 30 to 40 minutes almost. All right, traders, I'm preparing my limit order as I'm going to enter a second entry short with a very deep limit order because the signal bar is quite big. Because we're confirming the channel, we're confirming the resistance. But you guys can see I really had my limit order a little bit deep. You can see stim here, stim here, stim here, stim here. A couple of bullish rejections. This is indicating that buyers are going to get trapped directly into these highs. The signal bar was quite big and overall setup didn't really feel that clean. For that reason, I wanted to have my deep limit order. Prices came back. How much it came back? 75, 75. Over 1 point, so I could have played it a little bit more loose. I was a little bit too greedy, but I was looking at third confirmation of this channel. Also notice prices broke into the trend range, came back and tested the resistance. First leg up, pullback, second leg up. Uptrend played out with the break new extreme, indicating that buyers played out. A nice 3 key entry points, EMA, resistance, and potential trend line. So great high probability setup. Unfortunately, it didn't really form that well. I didn't really like entering at the very low. But you guys can see you're waiting for the uptrend to play it out. Prices pull back into this trend range structure because we've been in a trend range for quite some time. And 3 key entry points confirmed it. So this is a nice high probability setup. And let's see if we can get another decent setup. The main downtrend just had a break. And notice, first leg up, pull back, second leg up, indicating two-legged correction played out. This downtrend needs to get new extreme according to trendline rules. And also since we came after a failed breakout, I expect for prices to also reach the support, the bottom of this trend range. So since the uptrend played out with the break new high, at this point on, I can consider this bullish uptrend over. And if we push below EMA, I'm going to look for a failed second entry long to create new extreme. Prices created one more push up, strong push below EMA confirming our analysis. And we had new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long, failure. But this failed second entry long is so far away from exponential moving average. At that point, I cannot really take it. We already moved too far down. So the only chance for us to capitalize on the short entries was this high low, was this lower high, which was doji above EMA. So unfortunately, I felt second entry long didn't really form. Market just sold off quickly. We can still get a nice second entry short. So this is our second high probability setup that I'm looking for because I still expect new low. I still expect for prices to reach the bottom of the trend range. And second entry short is our next high probability setup that we're looking for. Resuming the video, as the shortened downtrend has a break new extreme, but notice prices consolidated. We have a triple test, we have a new low, first entry short, but we have only second entry short that is in the middle of the trend range. I was expecting for prices to form a little failed breakout out of small trend range. Don't really want to take second entry short in the middle of this congestion so close to these lows. We had a triple test, which wouldn't be bad, but since we had a break in new low, I really want to see a second entry short. So far, no good setup. I'm just missing a lot of good entries because every single time you expect failed second entry long, it forms way too far down. And then you get a second entry short in the middle of this congestion. And as you can see, this second entry short right here, we didn't get filled. So not that many setups. And of course, the second entry short keeps working, but I can't really justify taking this setup right here. And we expect for price to reach the support, but this was the middle of the congestion. All right, traders, I'm going to wrap it up. We only took this one trade. We didn't really get filled on other trades, and we didn't really get a good opportunities apart from that. But we caught a one decent runner, so that made up for another additional trade. And this right here is the bigger picture overall. Downtrend had a break, new extreme. You can see consolidation, trading range, fell breakout, pull back into trailing range. And since you're coming off the failed breakout, you expect for prices to hit the support. And you can see prices are really trending lower now. So I'm going to wrap it up and we'll see you guys in the next one.